Imagine this. Every morning, while the world rushes past in a blur of schedules and screens, there are a handful of people quietly performing small miracles, often without realizing it. Their steps are measured, their eyes alive with curiosity, their laughter unrestrained, and their memories sharp as ever. These aren't just habits or quirks of character. They're subtle, almost invisible signals, clues, perhaps, to a deeper human mystery. Why some people not only live past 100, but thrive with a vibrancy that science still struggles to understand. What if your everyday actions, the ones you barely notice, are the brushstrokes painting a portrait of extraordinary longevity? What if there's an unwritten checklist scattered through the rhythm of your days, quietly hinting at your secret to aging not just gracefully, but brilliantly? Let's begin with the first marker, the gift of vivid memory. Picture yourself recalling a summer from long ago, not just the names or the events, but the shade of the sky as dusk fell, the scent of fresh-cut grass, the warmth of laughter echoing through the years. If you can conjure up such vivid, sensory-rich memories, it's more than nostalgia. It's a sign that the intricate web of your brain's neural connections is still thriving. Neuroscientists can measure brain volume, track cognitive decline, and map neural pathways, but the full tapestry of memory, its colors, emotions, and nuances, remains a frontier they can't completely chart. Those who retain this ability into their 80s and beyond often exhibit what researchers call cognitive resilience, a kind of mental reserve that acts as a buffer against the slow creep of age-related decline. When your mind can still light up with such clarity, it's a quiet testament to a brain that refuses to fade. The second marker is curiosity, the kind that wakes you up in the morning with questions in your mind and a restless urge to discover something new. It doesn't matter if you're learning to use a smartphone, picking up the basics of a new language, or simply asking your grandchild why the sky is blue. This hunger for knowledge signals a mind that's biologically younger than its years. Studies show that lifelong learners maintain a more adaptable, plastic brain, capable of forming new connections and even generating new neurons well into old age. Curiosity is the antidote to stagnation. It's the force that keeps your inner world expanding, even as the outer world changes. When you chase after new ideas with the enthusiasm of a child, you're not just keeping up, you're leaping ahead, defying the ordinary boundaries of aging. The third marker is balance. It might sound simple, standing on one leg for 10 seconds without support. But this small act is a marvel of coordination, demanding strength, focus, and a finely tuned connection between your brain and every muscle fiber. Research has shown that this ability correlates closely with longevity, acting as a kind of report card for your nervous system, cardiovascular health, and musculoskeletal integrity. Each second you stand, unassisted and steady, is a silent affirmation that your body's systems are working in rare harmony, a harmony that, in most people, begins to falter with age. But for the rare few who retain this balance, it is a powerful predictor of continued independence and reduced risk of serious illness. Fourth is the gift of deep laughter, not the polite chuckle or the half smile, but real, unguarded laughter that bubbles up from your core, leaving you breathless and wiping tears from your eyes. This kind of joy is more than a fleeting emotion. It's proof that your emotional brain is still richly alive, capable of processing connection, empathy, and delight. Genuine laughter triggers a cascade of beneficial effects. It lowers stress hormones, boosts immune function, and floods your body with endorphins. It is, quite literally, healing in motion. Those who can still laugh deeply with friends and family are often the ones whose hearts and minds resist the wear and tear of time, who carry a sense of resilience that science is only beginning to understand. The fifth marker is the simple act of walking, unassisted, not out of necessity, but for the sheer pleasure of movement. When you stride out on your own, your heart, lungs, joints, and muscles are all singing from the same score. This kind of movement isn't just exercise, it's a celebration of autonomy, a daily reaffirmation that your body is still capable of supporting your spirit's desire for freedom. Regular, independent walking predicts not only cardiovascular health, but also lower risk of dementia, depression, and even certain cancers. If you still find joy in a daily walk, you possess a kind of biological jackpot, a rare intersection of physical and mental well-being that marks you as an outlier in the aging process. And then, perhaps most wondrous of all, is the capacity for awe. This isn't mere appreciation or casual enjoyment. It's the shiver down your spine at the sight of a blazing sunset, the goosebumps when a child asks a question that stirs something deep inside you, the lump in your throat as music swells and carries you away. Awe is a profound emotional experience that connects you to something larger than yourself. Recent studies suggest that those who regularly feel awe enjoy enhanced immune responses, reduced chronic inflammation, and even faster recovery from illness. It's as if this sense of wonder acts as a reset button for your body's stress systems, cultivating a kind of inner healing that is both ancient and cutting edge. If you find yourself nodding to 3 or more of these quiet miracles, you are already part of a rare generation, keepers of the art of living fully, even as the years pile up. If you possess all 6, you are, quite simply, a mystery, someone who has crossed the known limits of aging, charting a course into uncharted territory. So as you move through your days, pay attention to these subtle signals. They may not make headlines, they may not draw crowds, but they are perhaps the truest proof that a life of vitality, wisdom, and resilience is not just possible, but already unfolding. One memory, one question, one laugh, one step, one moment of awe at a time. And if you're still living this way, 100 isn't just a distant milestone. It's the next inevitable chapter in your extraordinary story.